Welcome back to Breath of the Wild. More shrooms. There's all kinds of shrooms. They're nice effects. So I looked up that statistic that I brought up, and apparently Breath of the Wild, this game has not sold... It's not sold like 12 million copies, it's sold like 10 million or so. And that's if you include the Wii U, which apparently sold way less. Although, you know, it's funny because funny thing is that Baseball Boy has the game on Wii U, so you can check out his videos. I'll try to remember to put that in the description of this video. He has his own playthrough of the game. He's much farther through. He has like a lot more stuff. But he plays on the Wii U, so it's like, you know, there's a few differences. Like it's not as, I guess, like a little, you know, not quite as good looking, I guess, and I think the user interface, like the stuff you see on the screen, the hearts, the runes, you know, just the stuff that's around, like on the edges of the screen here. I think that's kind of different somehow. Pigeons. I like pigeons. Birds are cute. Well, quite a few birds are, at least. Birds such as pigeons and finches and cardinals and whatever the Rito are based on. I guess it's a bit of a spoiler, but we did meet Cass. He's one of those Rito. You know, he's actually a relatively muscular Rito, so don't get your hopes up to see you know, a town full of burly birds, you know. There's gonna be more, you know, there's like they're mostly really kind of thin, really, which makes sense because they have to fly and instead of playing accordions, you know. I can't imagine. It would be kind of weird to see like a regular Rito with its kind of skinny arms that are like wings trying to play an accordion like that. Alright, do we have a... Oh, we don't have an Octorok here. But there could be. I think that's a pretty good bow. Let me see. Strange that that kind of bow would be over here. You'd think it would be like elsewhere. I don't think there's anything interesting about that bow I dropped. But getting three shots to come out of one shot, you know, that's something. So back to the sales numbers. So, unless you count remasters, like, you know, bringing it to a different system after the launch, like the original game's launch, if you don't count that, then you know, Breath of the Wild is like top selling, but chances are it will get a re-release. I mean, this game is just phenomenal. As for the others, though, like if you do count remakes and remasters, Twilight Princess is number 2 since it came out on the Wii U. If you haven't played that game, I'd recommend it on the Wii U. And number 1 is actually Ocarina of Time, which sold quite a few million units on the 3DS. Even I have one, although it's used. But yeah, it's a good game. It has the Master Quest thing. I actually did play through on my own, of course, Ocarina of Time Master Quest on the 3DS. And it's really interesting. The the dungeons are like much different, you know. They're like way different puzzles, like different kinds of enemies in the dungeons. Some places have just a lot of stalfos. You know, there's more of those. Dinalfos show up a few more times. So, ooh, Northern Lights. I know a lot of the puzzles are different, but it's been a while since I played it, so don't remember. Yeah, I don't really remember them. Like, there's nothing that really stands out, but just the experience in general was, you know, pretty different. Actually, quite challenging, especially since I wasn't going for heart pieces. I was just getting the heart containers. Best to run on rocky parts of these mountains because the snow slows Link's movement. Unless you have snow boots, but apparently I have to get some kind of quest done, get some thing going on, and honestly, I don't know exactly how to get that going on. Also, I have to eat something. Oh my god. Oh dear. Oh boy, this is quite a few. Blow them up. Oh man, that hurt. It surprises me every time. Like, getting shot by arrows is surprisingly painful. My oh my. This game can be quite challenging if you're trying to fight all these enemies, because then you'll kind of need to... Ah, come on, I missed! You'll need to have a lot of cooked food, you know, that's why I have the challenge, no pots. Well, that's one stall thing done. And the other one's just throwing snowballs. What is this, a snowball fight? That guy's throwing, you know, shooting arrows ad infinitum, which is very rude. Shoot him in the face! Aw, yeah. That's the way to do it. Smack him right in the face. Expunge the stuff that makes him awake. Oh wow, this thing. This thing's it's kind of slow. Maybe I can't freeze it, but I can hit it. Oh man, one more time. Yes! I'm sorry, big rhinoceros creature, but I must have your meat. I am a hungry man. Ah, that's better. Ah, and there's the moon. I guess deep down, like, well, I guess I'll just say it. Personally, I do find it a bit odd for, because the reason, the way you can get snow boots is that, is by dressing up as a woman, because apparently, which is very confusing. I don't know how it's that, like, convincing, but if Link is wearing traditional Gerudo clothing, people mistake him for a girl, which isn't incredibly far off, but I mean, it's a bit of a stretch. Yeah. And this is my game, so I play it the way I play it. And the way I play it, I'm gonna trudge through the snow like it's 3 feet tall. Speaking of presenting oneself as a girl, like a man presenting himself as a woman. Apparently on Netflix, I noticed that there's a new episode of Rocko's Modern Life, which is actually quite faithful to the original. Like, a lot of the old characters show up, catchphrases, all that stuff. Of course, the theme of Rocko just getting beaten up by other characters and their craziness. But there's also a character who is just trans. Like, you know, it's used to be a guy, wants to be a lady. That's just how he presents himself and prefers to be considered. So that's like kind of there's like part of the you know, the episode, or the large episode about that. You know, about people trying to accept that, and just accepting change in general, you know. Sometimes, you know, you just have to think outside the box. For example, say that there's a shrine that you have to get to, well, that you can get to in one way, but if you come from a certain angle, you get it just right. That's so it helps to think outside the box every now and then. To kinda... Oh dear. That's badly damaged. Alright, tangent over. We are waiting for ice to melt. There's no way out of here. I can't climb on this kind of icy rock. It's just kind of added there. The dark blue rock. Oh boy. A major test. Yeah, I better eat. And I better try to stop burping so much. I just ate lunch. It's like I either I record in the morning and I'm feeling kind of groggy, or I record in the afternoon and I'm more energetic, at least like later on, but I do it after I eat lunch. Well, here we go. Stasis. Oh man, that's stasis. Oh, can't hit me. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Another flurry rush. And the spear is done. Other spear, I guess. Sure, why not? Won't hurt as much, but I think I got the hang of this. Got full health in case I get smacked. Yeah, but not this time, and not that time either, but I still don't get the timing for the flurry rush with, oh my god, I did not get hit there. Somehow. Just went right over my head. I'm not sure how the physics of that work. I guess I was like leaning forward and there was like a little slope to the ground or something. I don't know. Alright, hopefully I won't mess up this part. Yeah. And right there. Master Sword, I guess. It's one of the better weapons I got. There will be a point in the game, well, actually you've already seen, some swords have like 48 power. Now that's something. It's better than the Master Sword. Unless the Master Sword is, like fully powered up, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm actually fighting a big Guardian. Not a small one like this, but a big one. Yeah, freeze it, hit it with the broadsword. Just gotta finish this thing off. I keep overestimating how many hits I have to deal to it, but better safe than sorry, you know? Better not to be just lasered right in the face and just... So yeah, that's basically it. We had this one shrine video after all that climbing and sailing on down, all that, man. And what do we get? Seems like an alright weapon. I forget how strong two-handed weapons can be. I think 60 is the maximum, but I think that's only reserved for the big, you know, like the battle axes, you know, the Guardian stuff. Ancient battle axe, yeah. But still, 52 is pretty good.